Let's fire up the first question.
Hi.
That's not a question.
Oh, hi. I'm welcome. First question, is this your first time here in Sweden?
I don't know. No. I was here. I don't think we've ever played here live. I think probably it was my first, maybe 1984 I was here. Yeah, I think so. It was the first time. We played Germany and another place in Europe. I don't think we've ever played Sweden. Is this a little guy? Thank you.
Alright, further questions?
New style or
Which album are you talking about?
the actual work?
Venus and all
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we just listen to new music, you know, and we're always inspired by new stuff. But I think, I don't know. I mean, what's Victoria's Secret sounds like, you know, came off Working Class Dogs. So I think it's a very modern sounding record, but it sounds like it has its roots definitely in the 80s.
Rich, you played Dr. Noah Drake on 2 occasions. Is there any plans to play him again?
I think he's retired. Yeah. I actually did I don't think you guys get Californication here.
Yeah.
You do? I did a season of that last year, about 4 or 5 episodes of that, where I played myself, but a very, very messed up version. You know, druggy, screwing everything. You know, so it was really fun to do because it was a very different type of part for me to play, but very different than the Noah Drake part that I'm known for in America.
That was with David Duchovny, was it? California.
Sorry, can you tell the band to turn down? I can't hear it.
Yeah, I'll shout a little. That was with David Duchovny, was it? California.
David Duchovny, yes, it's his show, Californication. Yeah.
Yeah, what's he like to work with?
He's a jerk. No, actually, he's a great guy. They're all great people. A very talented cast, and I've known David before. He lived in the same town I live in LA. But the whole cast is great. It's a great cast, and the writing's really, really very edgy and a lot of fun to do.
Hi Rick, when are you going to come back to the UK?
Oh, that's a very good question. We actually have a lot of people coming to America because we don't come to Europe. We don't come to England. So I hope eventually soon. We're coming back here in December to do some German dates. Hopefully we'll work in some English dates then. We haven't played England since like, I think 1983. So yeah, it'd be great to play there. I mean, I grew up there, you know, so it's kind of like home to me.
Hi Rick, back to your acting career. You've done pretty many roles, General Hospitals, High Tide, Forever Night, Hard to Hold, Californication. Which part has been the most fun part to do?
They're all fun, and you know, they're all different. Acting is really, it's like music. I mean, you can't really pick a favorite song you like to play or a favorite gig. It's about the work of acting. Californication was a lot of fun because I got to do a lot of really rude things, you know, and not get put in prison, so I always like that. And you get paid for it too. Kind of like a hooker. It's great.
More questions?
Don't you other guys have any questions?
Rick, you always also walk.
I have a great band, a really incredible band. But I mean, it's all, you know, it's, I love writing, because I started as a songwriter when I was 15 with a really bad love song. And luckily I wrote some hits, you know, so. But I think writing is probably the first love because I can do that any time. It doesn't require, you know, a band and an audience. But playing live is probably the most fun I have, the most constant fun. It's a party. Who wouldn't like it, really?
Hey Rick, this is Todd from Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, really? Hey. Wow. heard that?
The song you did with Sammy Hagar, or the song that you covered from Sammy Hagar, how did that association come about? How did you get the song, and what's your relationship like with him now, if you have one?
We're lovers, but apart from that, we don't really discuss that. But he actually was brought to me. He was just starting to get known in America, and Keith Olsen, the producer who produced Jesse's Girl, and he just finished doing Rumors with Fleetwood Mac and Foreigner's album, and with a very successful producer at the time. And he brought the song to me. And Sammy was actually great. He helped me put my first live gigs together, and we see each other now and then, and play gigs together, and now and then. But he's it's one of those things. You just it's like you don't see him for 20 years, and then you see him, and it's like the same thing. He sent me a very nice bottle of his private stock tequila actually the other day, which was really great.
Further questions?
Some of your albums have been remastered. Working Class Dog, for example. Will you do full catalog remastering of your albums, including Beautiful Feelings and Wait for the Night?
I'm not really interested in doing that kind of thing. It's old stuff. It's usually the record companies do that. They're just trying to create more sales, I look to writing new stuff all the time, and I think everything is in some country is out on CD somewhere, and guys go home and remaster it themselves and release it to their friends. With all the new software, you can do that kind of thing. So I don't really worry about releasing. So you've already had your quota questions. You're cut off.
Can I have one more, please?
All right, this is your last question. No, you can have another one, just because you're told. Fine.
Okay. You were born in Australia and relocated to California. Was that essential for you to become a successful artist, that move?
No, I was successful in Australia, too. No, actually I was. I grew up in England. I discovered girls and music in England, and then we moved back to Australia. And at the time, all the Australians were moving to England because you didn't need a visa. And I'd already been in England, so I just chose America because it hadn't been done before. No one had gone there. So I was one of the first ones over here, actually. But I think, yes, I never answer the question, you notice? I kind of beat around it and talk about what I want to talk about. But in answer, yes, I think it was essential for my success in America, because back then nobody knew where Australia was. It was before, all shrimp on the Barbie and all that crap. So it was, they thought they used to ask me how long it took me to learn English. So that's how clueless people were about Australia back in the 70s.
You speak very good English.
Thank you very much. So do you.
Yes.
You have a weird accent, but I get it.
It's my second language now. You did arrive in California at a strange time, though, at the start of the hair metal scene and the Motley Crues and that kind of thing. How did that affect what you were doing?
It made me really, really positive. I didn't want to be in a hair band. Didn't want to wear spandex, ever.
Next. If you would decide to do a CD with cover versions, please name 3 songs you would like to
I actually
cover.
did. I put a cover version album out in America.
Oh, okay.
And my 3 favorite songs were Not in Love. I covered 10cc. Under the Milky Way, which is by a band called The Church, which is one of my favorite bands. And Human by Human League. So it's it's a lot of the English stuff that I like.
What were your early influences when you started making music?
The Beatles. I mean, the first show I saw was the Beatles, so it was all that, all the British invasion stuff.
Well, next.